the series in this one that's coming up out at Chase Field. Giants baseball is coming up next, and of course we'll see in just a moment for our coverage hit and then post-game live.
We've got Tuesday night baseball and another National League West showdown tonight. It's the Giants and D-backs. It's game 2 of the series, and it's right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. I'm in Arizona. Mike is in our studio in San Francisco. Well, the Giants dropped game 1 last night. They're now 4-4 on this road trip. 2 more games left, Mike, and this one seems to be pretty important with Landon Roop. He's 0-3 in his last 3 starts. What does he have to do to get back?
Well, he has to be able to control the knee-high location with the sinker early in the game, and everything else will follow suit. The breaking ball quickens up. The changeup is a pitch that he can command on both sides of the plate. Everything follows suit once he gets that release point out front. Now, he started games, and he's lost that release point, and he kind of gets behind it. And that's something that we'll have to watch, not only being able to establish it early, but being able to maintain it. One other key factor in today's game, interesting, Ryan Nelson, the starter for the D-backs, lifetime, Luis Arraez, 1 for 15. Rafael Devers, 0 for 5, 1 for 20 between the two of them. That'll be a key as to how they handle him tonight.
See if that'll change tonight, and hopefully it does. All right, we should have fun here tonight in the desert. Stay tuned. We'll take you back to the NBC Sports Bay Area studios for more, and we will do that right after this.
This telecast is brought to you by Toyota, class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places. By Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill, largest in-stock inventory in Northern California of your favorite luxury home appliances.
Learn more.
The road trip winding down out in Arizona. Giants Diamondbacks game 2 on deck here, and right-hander Landon Roop is on the mound tonight for San Francisco. He's looking for his 6th win of the year as the Giants look to bounce back from an ugly game 1 loss. Hello and welcome back into our NBC Sports Bay Area studios once again with the former Giants stars and Sergio Romo, Rich Aurelia. I'm Kylan Mills. The Giants look to even the series and get back to the winning ways we saw this weekend. What's your key to getting it done, Rich?
I think Landon Roop has to keep these Arizona hitters in the ballpark tonight. Keep them out of that home run column, and hopefully this Giants team can get a lead for him early.
Key to the game.
Hitters. The lineup's got to get that front foot down. Nelson throws over 60% fastballs, and he comes right at you at the top of the zone. Get that front foot down, get the bat out there, quick swing to the ball. I mean, this is a hitter's ballpark, so they just really got to put good wood and some solid contact, and they can do damage in this ballpark.
Who's going to get it done? Who's the hot bat tonight? What's your prediction?
Arraez.
Arraez is always the hot bat. 2 long balls, by the way, against the A's.
Yeah.
So who knew? Maybe a slugger, too. Who's the hot bat?
I think Schmidt goes deep today.
All right, Schmidt goes deep. You heard it here first. First pitch and lineups, Giants D-backs are next. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
All right, back here in Arizona, the D-backs have taken the field. Let's check out our game time weather. It's brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Very comfortable here at the yard. The roof is open, and it's 85 degrees. Let's take a look at Tony Vitello's lineup here in game 2. It'll be Bader, Arraez, and then Casey Schmidt, the DH. Devers, the cleanup hitter, followed by Adames, Chapman, and then Gilbert. It'll be Susac, Daniel Susac, behind the dish tonight, and Will Brennan gets a start in right field.
On the hill tonight for the Arizona Diamondbacks will be the right-hander Ryan Nelson. Nelson, 6'3", 185-pounder out of the University of Oregon in his 4th year at the big league level. That's what he has done in 9 starts, 1-3 with a 5.40 ERA guy. He's also a reverse guy, a reverse stats guy. And we're going to take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Ryan Nelson. 4-seam fastball, that's his best pitch. He throws it almost 60% of the time. And then he has a slider, curveball, and a cutter that will complement that. And he's learning a 2-seamer.
First pitch of the ball game is a called strike, so we get started on time at 6:40. Bader against Nelson. And the 0-1 pitch. And a high fly ball in the park to right field to Carroll. And that's how this game gets started.
Let's take a look at the D-backs defense. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Gurriel, Waldschmidt, and Carroll, best arm in left field. Perdomo and Arenado will be on the left side of the infield. Marte and Vargas on the right side of the infield. Gabriel Moreno, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Luis Ariz. And the first pitch to Ariz is a called strike. Mike made a great point with our pregame show, guys. Ariz is 1 for 15 against Nelson. That sounds almost impossible. Comes in hitting at .324. That's Bill Miller, by the way. Old familiar Bill Miller behind the plate. Walsh, Fairchild with him from first to third.
And you're going to see corners on the strike zone of Bill Miller.
Out of play, it's 1-2.
You talk about the lack of success that Ariz has had with Nelson. Nelson's big strength is that high fastball. He'll throw it across the letters a lot. It's straight, and he's a reverse splits guy. Righties hit him better than lefties, which is unusual. Lefties hit 189 against him. Righties 244.
Casey Schmidt on deck. And this is wrapped off of Ariz's foot. He's feeling this one.
And he got that fastball in tight on the hands. There's the reverse splits we're talking about. Normally right-handers have more problems with lefties than righties, but not the case with Nelson. It's the exact opposite. Righties hit him well.
Ariz is having some trouble shaking this one off as it got him on the inside of the right knee.
I think he hit that ball pretty well. Ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right.
Tender area.
1-2. It's a high fly ball to right. Carroll back. Carroll in front of the wall makes the catch. Luis Ariz hit that same ball twice in Sacramento, and guess what, folks? He got 2 home runs. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt 1 for 4 last night, comes in at .295. He was in left field last night, and tonight he's the designated hitter. And he takes a strike. 1 for 5 in his career against Ryan Nelson. It's jammed on this one and fouls it straight back.
The high 3/4 release that Nelson has in the 4-seam grip of the fastball gives him a really straight fastball, but it's got carry. And it's very effective across the letters, and he has definitely found that out in his professional career. And when he misses high, I mean, that's kind of where he wants to be.
Devers to follow in the 1-2 to Schmidt. Fouls this one back, had a better swing that time. Giants are 4-4 on this trip. They're 5-5 in their last 10. 2 more games, 1 more after this one. So a win here, a win tomorrow, you can have a really good trip. In the dirt, 2-2. Obviously easier said than done. Giants split the 4-game series in LA, and then they took 2 out of 3 from the A's in Sacramento. So here they are after losing last night 12-2, and the 2-2 pitch coming up to Casey Smith. Foul back.
Yeah, it's a tough one to keep your top hand on. That 97-mile-an-hour fastball across the letters.
Smith leads this team in home runs with 8. Three and 2.
Breaking balls have not been established yet with Nelson.
Spanish audio is available on the SAP channel. Here's the payoff. Wrapped, speared by Arenado. He will throw on the run, and they got him, and that'll end the inning. Landon Root coming out.
This telecast is brought to you by Toyota, class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places. And by Provident Credit Union, make life easy.
Back here at Chase Field, a unsuccessful top of the first inning for the Giants. Here's the D-backs lineup. It'll be Marte, Carroll, and then Perdomo. Arenado, the grand slam in the first inning last night. He's the cleanup hitter, followed by Vargas, Gurriel, and then Moreno. Del Castro will hit 8th, and Waldschmidt will hit 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the right-hander Landon Roop. Roop 6'2", 220-pounder in his second year at the big league level. 27 years of age and 9 starts this year. He is 5-4 with a 3.49 ERA.
And a strike to Marte. 2 for 4 last night for Marte. It was a big offensive night for the D-backs. And Marte was part of that group. Rolls this one foul. Chapman is way off the line at third. You see all the room down the third base line.
Play to pull in the infield, pretty straight away in the outfield. Pinch the gaps, give the lines.
This is where your analytics department really comes into play when they set the defense. Hit on the ground to Devers, and Devers will go to the bag. 1 out.
All right, let's check out the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Landon Roop. He's got 2 types of fastball. His sinker is his main one. He throws his fastball about 40% of the time. Curveball, one of the best in the National League West. It's a good one. Change-up cutter to go with that curveball. And the velocity in the sinker will average right around 93, 94 miles per hour.
Here's Carroll, Corbin Carroll, and he takes high and away. Carroll had a couple of hits last night. Wraps this one towards the gap, and nobody's there. And Carroll's going to go for 3, and he's going to make it. As it hits Carroll in the head, and he's going to score. That'll be a triple and an unfortunate error on Willie Adames.
Going the opposite way, back spins it through the opposite gap. You hit a ball like that, you cured it. And with his speed, I mean, once he saw that there was a little bit of delay getting the ball from Bader, he was going to take advantage of it. And the throw from Adames just hits him right on the head. No helmet.
I said Adames with the error, but it'll be charged to, you're right, Arise. This is pulled foul.
Whoa. 1 for 1. Nice going. That's why you wear a helmet. I mean, he got hit hard.
There's a strike to Perdomo. One-two pitch. On the ground sharply, but cut off by Arise, who makes the play.
Let's take a look at the Giants defense tonight. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Gilbert, Bader, and Brennan. That's your outfield. Adames and Chapman will be on the left side of the infield. Arise and Devers on the right side. Daniel Susac, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. Will Brennan getting a start in right field. Who Lee still nursing a tender back, but they don't think it's a big issue. Should be back in tomorrow.
Here's Arenado. Arenado takes wide. Here's Jung Hoo with his interpreter, Justin Ma. Two 2-0, Arenado. Hit the slam last night, which didn't exactly put the game away in the first inning, but it certainly made it more difficult to come back. Chapman will grab this one in foul territory.
Well, it got your attention. I mean, this is 6 pitches into the game from Robbie Ray. Bases loaded, nobody out. And boom, 4-0.
There's a good curveball. It's 2-2. Robbie Ray's next start will be at home. Arenado just got a piece. There's the most home runs in San Francisco Giants history. There's a few names on there that are in the Hall of Fame, and that's a fair ball. It goes down the line. Arenado has got a double. So there's some Hall of Famers on this list, and maybe, Mike, if you look at the list, might have been just a couple that you might have given up to these guys.
Well, Murphy got me. Say got me. Schmidt got me. Johnny Bench got me.
Tony Perez, no?
I don't remember. He could have. Stargell, no.
No, big no.
But he did something even more impressive than a home run.
He struck you out.
No, he hit a ball off the bricks at Wrigley Field that bounced all the way back to Manny Trio, our second baseman, on one hop, and it was a single.
Oh. Outside to Ildemaro Vargas, who went 2 for 5. It's into the year he's having. He's hitting .335, 7 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Here he takes a strike. He's had 1 lifetime at bat against Landon Roop. He's 1 for 1. I think the one guy on that list, Mike, and it really doesn't surprise me that his name was on the list, but Dale Murphy. This is bounced foul.
There is not one trace of doubt in my mind that he should be a Hall of Famer. I mean, he was the best guy in baseball for 4 or 5 years. I think he had 2 MVPs. He was something else. And smart.
Here's a pop-up for Devers. Dale Murphy with 58 lifetime home runs against the Giants.
Camus Vineyards. Camus, one of Napa's most celebrated wineries, is teaming up with the Giants. Swing by one of the Camus wine bars at Oracle Park and grab a glass.
Good look into downtown Phoenix. Sometimes when you on an airplane and you're on the side of the plane, that gives you a view of downtown when you fly in. That's what you see.
That guy's my favorite fan of the night, though. Giants fans been peeing in pools since 1958.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, I want to party with that
You
guy.
made that up.
No, he's got the shirt that says it.
Devers, it's a high drive to center. Back at the wall. Out of here. That's a big boy home run, and it's 1-1.
Well, that was a big boy home run. Hit it 111 miles per hour, 441 feet. I mean, a lifetime against Ryan Nelson. He's 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts, but all of a sudden, boom, he unloads.
This is where Barry used to hit it.
Yeah, that's a Barry Bonds home run right there.
Here's Adames, who homered last night. He wraps one to left. Down the line. Out of here. A feel-good back-to-back.
Wow.
Didn't waste any time, did he?
He did not, and he got a high fastball. See the target they're asking for, that's right to the glove, and he just turns around the scout report. And I think he top spinned it out of here.
Yeah, it was very close to where he hit it yesterday. Here's Chapman. I mean, that was so much fun. If Chapman hits one in the air, I might just call it anyway. Here's the 1-0. A shot in the hole for a base hit. Hard contact. 3 straight hitters. Here's Gilbert. It might unnerve you a little bit if you're on the mound.
The first thought you have when you're on the mound, this happens to you, is am I tipping pitches?
Gilbert had 1 at bat last night. He's 0 for 1. And he swings at the first pitch and pops it up. So how was the exit velocity, Mike?
Devers 111, Adames 108, and the ground ball off the bat of Chapman 109.
Wow. Gilbert, the pop-up didn't quite register. Here's Susak. He hits a drive deep into left center field, and it's off the bottom of the wall, and on the move is Chapman. They're going to wave Chapman in. He's going to score. Susak a double, and it's 3-1.
Wow.
Not
No loud contact.
Waiting around, and here comes the pitching coach for these D-backs, Brian Kaplan.
They tried to jam him in on the hands. It's not that bad a pitch. Susak loves that first pitch, and he was looking middle in, and he guessed right.
So Kaplan out to talk to Ryan Nelson.
I don't really know what he's going to have to say about him. Look, he pitched the inside fastball to Devers. That's to the scouting report. He pitched a high fastball up at the letters to Adames. That's to the scout report. And then he tries to get in on the hands of Chapman. Well, that's not really a bad pitch. And Susac, a guy who's 6'4", you try and jam with a fastball, and he spins on it in the left center gap. I guess the message would be start throwing some breaking balls, Meat.
Mix it up a little. Here's Brennan, who got into the game, had 2 at-bats last night and went 1 for 2. He got his first hit in a Giants uniform. So the former Guardian takes a pitch down low. We're going to get an appeal. An early challenge here in the 2nd inning. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Pitch was a strike. Arizona has 2 challenges remaining.
Brennan behind 0-1. Taps this one. Nelson's going to take it himself. So Brennan is out. On to third goes Susac. And that'll bring up Bader. Bader hit a fly ball to right to open up the ball game. Arise on deck should Bader reach. And he took a whack and he fouls it back. He likes that pitch up, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's a good high ball hitter. And he just missed that one. Yeah, that's what he was looking for. Did you adjust your stance when you were looking up against the guy?
I did not.
Stand a little taller?
Nope. Too complicated for me. Tap foul. It's 0-2.
I mean, that was something that Dusty Baker talked about. He was talking about how do you hit Bob Welch, who had a rising fastball and threw a lot of four-seamers across the letters. He says you get a guy who throws that pitch, stand a little taller. I always thought that made sense to me.
0-2. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Giants drop a 3 spot. Back-to-back home runs, Devers and Adames. 1 to center, 1 to left. And when they both leave the yard, it is definitely bye-bye baby. Giants now lead 3-1. Well, attend Chinese Heritage Night at Oracle Park on Tuesday, May 26th. And your special event ticket includes a Chinese Heritage Night baseball t-shirt presented by Cache Creek Casino Resort. sfgiants.com/special events for tickets. And a breaking ball to Gurriel and a called strike. Giants lead 3-1. Gurriel, Moreno, Del Castro, the pitch. On the ground towards the hole and a base hit. Well, it's a quick infield. Always has.
It just really limits the range of every infielder because of its speed. What do? You just play back?
Well, probably not have to worry about charging too much unless it's topped. But I mean, you can only play so deep. I mean, plus a lot of guys with their speed, you can't play deeper. Swing and a foul off the bat of Moreno. Del Castillo is on deck. Moreno hit a home run last night right down the line and left. He went 2 for 5. Here he takes a low.
He's been hot. You're thinking about Gurriel stealing a base. He's got one, but trying to steal off of Landon Roop is very quick out of the stretch, and the arm of Daniel Susac is not an easy thing to do.
2 balls and a strike.
That unload time from Roop, 1.18 seconds. That's really fast.
The 2-1 is a good breaking ball, 2-2. Did you get the idea, Mike, in the pregame show with our hit with Sergio that he wanted Roop to throw all breaking balls tonight?
You remember?
Look, I get it. He loves that breaking ball.
Sergio Romo had one of the best breaking balls we've ever seen.
He did.
And he had no problem throwing 9 in a row with exceptional command of the breaking ball. Plus, he didn't tip the spin on the pitch. It was magic.
On the ground, it'll be a rise, at least getting the lead runner on a nice play.
All right, time now for Engineered to Win, presented by Range Rover Sport. Most double plays turned this season in the majors. Well, that would be your Giants with 51. The Cardinals, Astros, Mariners, and Reds round out the top 5.
Here's Del Castillo. We used to yell, Mike, had a pitcher who threw a lot of curveballs in a row. Your arm's going to fall off. Sergio's arm would never fall off.
No, he'd go out there right now and throw 2 innings for you.
Bouncing ball, foul right to Dave McKay. Held it long enough.
Good thing about Sergio, if he had his uni on, he was ready to pitch. I don't care if he pitched 10 days in a row. He would take the ball.
Pretty good pitch. And a bit wide, 2-2. Del Castillo hitting 185, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in.
Nice pitch on the 3-1 count. Went by way of the front door with that 2-seam fastball. This also tells you that Del Castillo was looking middle away.
Runner goes. Throw down to second. On the money. Got him. Nice dig out by Adames. And Susak with another throw out from behind home plate. It remains 3-1 Giants.
This telecast is brought to you by Chili's Big Crispy 3 for Me, the best $10.99 you can eat.
Giants with a 3-1 lead. Luis Arise in the batter's box. And he wraps one into center or right center for a base hit. I'll tell you what, the first pitch has been a good pitch to hit.
They're jumping on it. Shane Robinson, take the abuse. That's what coaches do. But it's celebration.
Quick throw. Schmidt rolled out to third. Swing, gonna miss. The ball sharply, but Arenado cut it off and threw him out. Well, the roof is open and it changes this ballpark dramatically in a really positive way. Schmidt hits one high to center field, but it looks like it's in the park.
Yeah, he's thinking he just missed that one. He's got underneath it a little bit.
His at-bats continue to be good.
Yes, they do. He had good rips in that AB.
Here's Devers, who homered to lead off the second. You see this big fella get on a massive roll. And he takes a low. 1 ball and no strikes. Down the left field line into that corner, and it's caught on the run by Gurriel.
That is a great catch by Gurriel. He took away extra bags.
Considering where they play Devers.
Well, I mean, he knows the territory, and boy, he pured it. High backhander right in the sweet spot. That'll get you hugged from a pitcher. Another good at bat from Devers.
Adames homered in the second. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants 3 runs on 5 hits. One ball and 1 strike.
Talk about it every time we see this look, how great a backdrop it is for hitters. Just see the ball.
Adames goes the other way off the facing of the upper deck, and then it scoots into the upper deck. One and 2. Got to play again.
Oh, good swing goal. 98 right across. Well, between the belt and the letters on his chest. And he was on it.
Moreno.
The other thing too is during the summertime, I mean, this roof is always closed, so you never have to worry about a sunshine on the batter's eye or shadows. It's just such a consistently great place to hit.
Got him. Round 2 won by Nelson. It remains 3-1 Giants.
This telecast is brought to you by Law Tigers, Northern California's motorcycle lawyers at lawtigers.com.
Giants with a 3-1 lead here in the desert as Ryan Waldschmidt will lead things off. Waldschmidt had a day yesterday where he was 3 for 3. Somebody that we hadn't seen or heard a lot about, but boy, he made a pretty good first impression last night. Swing, you gotta miss. See, he's got a pretty healthy rip with a bit of an uppercut. Top of the order, Marte on deck, and then Carroll. Way outside to the backstop. 1-2. Final game of this road trip will be tomorrow. The road trip that'll never, it seemed like it would never end. Tyler Mahle will pitch for the Giants. Big chopper up the middle. Adames will cut it off. He will set and throw, and they got him. The kid runs pretty good. One down.
He can get down the line.
Well, take the Giants on the go this season and stream the games on the NBC Sports app, and it's brought to you by Toyota. Marte rolled out to Devers in the first inning. He takes a strike. See, the one thing about Roop is when he gets into a good rhythm, and he appears to be in one now, he gets the ball back and he's ready to go.
He likes to work fast, and it's a good thing, especially for a sinker baller.
So it's a quick 0-2 to Marte. And a pop-up. Racing in is Gilbert, still racing in, and he'll make the catch as he runs right by Chapman, who was out there as well. So Gilbert has got good speed. And this is one where you want the outfielder to take it if he can.
So you're going out there and you're listening for him.
I am listening and hoping, and then relieved, and then get out of the way. Carroll takes a strike. Rolls this one foul. Get it and go. Swing and a miss. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Second strikeout for Roop. Chapman to hit first. Welcome back to the broadcast booth presented by Lazy Boy. I'm Dwayne Kuiper in Arizona. Mike is in San Francisco. And Mike, we talked about Sergio Romo and the breaking ball. And is it possible to throw too many breaking balls in the start where it could hurt you?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing about a breaking ball is that, it's not as predictable as a fastball. It's a little temperamental. And if you throw 10 in a row, 3 are going to be really good, 4 are going to be pretty good, 3 aren't going to be good at all. So, I don't think physically it's going to hurt you if you're in shape to do it. But I think in the eye of the hitter, I think it likens his chance to get a hit off you off of that breaking ball. If you give him a lot of breaking balls, especially in a row.
0-2 to Chapman, who singled in the second. And it's wide. Fastball at 98.
The fastball is the easiest pitch on your arm. If I'm 18 years old and I throw hard, I go to a big league pitching coach and he's going to say, hey, if you want your elbow to hurt, I'll teach you a curveball and a slider. If you want your shoulder to hurt, I'll teach you a changeup or a split.
High to shallow right field for Carroll.
Well, the Giants come home, and next homestand, they're going to face the White Sox for 3, and they're going to face the D-backs for 3. And Monday is Memorial Day with the D-backs, and it's a special 2 p.m. first pitch. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Gilbert. Gilbert popped out. Here he takes low. Susac to follow. Gilbert with another pop-up. Perdomo puts it away. pop up like that, you're just pulling off a little bit. Susak knocked in the third run for the Giants with a double up the alley in left center field. First pitch swinging. It's 0-1. Somewhere, some coach said to Andrew Susak, you know what, when you get in the batter's box, be ready to hit. And he
Well, it
listened.
could have been his brother.
And he listened.
Where's Dad? I mean, Susak, that's a baseball family. His brother Andrew, big leaguer, started with the Giants. High draft pick.
And he held up. I'm saying he did, and he did. Now here's your Know Your Giants. See, he was recruited quite heavily as a quarterback. 19th overall pick. Up high.
Well, you watch him throw a baseball. He throws football all the time. He loves it.
You know, we saw him throw a football walking into the park in Sacramento, and it was pretty impressive. He and Webb putting on a show. Both were quarterbacks from the same area. Swing, going to foul, 3-2.
Can't remember the last time we saw Susak with a 3-ball count.
That's a good point. Here's the payoff. And he walked it.
Nice at bat.
You know what? That gives me a minute to look to see how many walks Susak has. That's what you're talking about.
Well, here's Susak throwing the football we were talking about. Easy flip. He held it long enough.
Come on, Alex. Here's Brennan. Brennan fouls it out of play. Alex Berg didn't really think he was going to make the show by dropping a football today. Well, I'm sure we'll hear about it tomorrow. Brennan goes the other way. Gurriel on the move, and he is going to track it down in the gap. All right, bottom of the fourth coming up.
Wise old, take Zysol at night.
All right, time now for the play of the game presented by your California Ford dealers. 25 years ago today at Turner Field, Barry Bonds recorded his second career 3-homer game. He hit 3 solo shots off of Dallas Perez, Jose Cabrera, and Jason Marquez. Bonds would pass Mel Ott, Ernie Banks, and Eddie Matthews on the all-time list. It also gave Bonds 20 home runs on the season.
Always looked like it came pretty easy for Mr. Bonds. Here's Perdomo. Perdomo bounced out to second. This little guy.
Oh, yeah, he's a happy boy.
Look at the hair on that kid. There's about half the male population that would like to have a head of hair like that.
Maybe more.
Perdomo on the ground to Devers. A little bit of a grass cutter. And here's Arenado.
At the ballpark today, Brandon Crawford, his wife Jay Lynn, their 5 children. Signing autographs, just getting back to the yard.
With the hair.
Yeah. She's not doing too bad either.
No, I mean, You can tell they probably came from the same place.
Wherever they came from, it was windy.
Crawford in the booth next to us, sitting with Buster Posey. Both those guys saw this guy at the plate enough when they are on the field all at the same time. One and two to Arenado, who doubled in the first inning. And he takes high, 2-2. Always kind of fidgety a little bit, especially with his arms waving that bat. Hits this one out into right center field, but Bader got a good jump. And I'm sure that he enjoys this outfield because it is huge.
I've never met a center fielder that didn't like a big outfield. National League West has got some big outfields.
Yes, they do. Here's Vargas. Vargas popped out to Devers. And he takes wide. Down low, 2-0. Here's Buster and Brandon on this field. A lot of teammates many times.
Played a lot of baseball together.
And a strike. Up and in, 3-1.
You know, those two guys, I don't, for the rest of their lives, they could go 2 or 3 years without seeing each other, and all of a sudden get back together. They'll be like they never left each other.
Such a fact.
That's how strong the bond is with really everybody on those teams. 2010, 12, and 14.
Jam shot, the musical sound that pitchers love, and that'll end the inning. We will head to the fifth, and it'll be Bader to lead it off.
Well, the Giants come home for 6 home games, and Friday night is game 1 of a 3-game series with the White Sox. If you need tickets, go to sfgiants.com/promotions.
Giants will be taking on Max and Molly's kid, Will Venable, who is the skipper of the White Sox. They're playing pretty good this year.
They are.
Here's Bader, and then Arise, and then Schmidt, and then Devers, and Bader hooks this one on the ground to short. Flips the bat, thrown out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Many ways to show you're unhappy as you go down the line. One way is to run real hard because you're ticked off.
That's always the best way.
Arise is 1 for 2. This one will roll through the legs of Moreno. Arise in the 3rd inning hit a line drive right over the head of Ketel Marte at second. There's your defense. In at third is Arenado. And another strike. That one hit the outside corner. 1-2. Lifts this one to left for Gurriel, who doesn't have to move very much. 2 outs. And here's Schmidt. Schmidt at bounce this one. Ball to third and a fly ball deep center field. That was caught. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, he just missed it his last at bat to center field. He hit the ball good, just got underneath it. But it had a good feel in his hands. Guys that just miss one, they're going to come up there in the next at bat and they're going to look for the same pitch that they just missed.
And he shoots this one up the middle for a base hit. May have been exactly what he did. Power for Performance brought to you by Xfinity. Back-to-back home runs in the second inning. Devers win 441. Adames 359. Both very high exit velocity, as you would expect. Devers in his next at bat had a hit taken away from him by Gurriel in left. Here he takes a strike.
Well, 2 great at bats. What Barry Bonds used to say, all you can do is hit it hard. After that, you have no control. And Gurriel picked him clean in left field. Took away a double at least.
In on his hands, and it'll be the count now of 0-2.
That swing right there, that lets you lead the league in hitting in cricket.
That's the swing. You hope some photographer didn't take a picture of it and it's your baseball card.
And it happens.
Other way, down the line, on the move is Schmidt. Gurriel's going to have to field this cleanly. He does. Consequently, Schmidt will hold up at third, and Devers has got a double.
And nice play from Gurriel. The point you make is true. If he gets by him, that's a run. Boy, he goes really well to his right. He's proven it twice tonight. Another opposite field swing of the bat. He turns around 98, and that's significant. Because for the longest time when he was in a slump, the high velocity fastball was causing him fits. Not anymore.
Here's Adames, a home run and a strikeout. Let's see if Adames goes after that first pitch. And it's a strike. Probably not one you want to go after. Oh and 1. Oh and 2.
Now, if you're pitching and you throw a breaking ball like that and the guy misses it by that much, that you're thinking he's not seeing the spin. So you know what you do? You throw another one for 3.
Let's play Moreno 1 and 2. Exactly what he did.
Pretty easy take though.
Here's the 1-2. On the ground to the right side, backhanded by Vargas. And that'll do it. Couple of 2-out hits. Giants strand a pair. Bottom of the 5th coming up.
They like it.
Well, Sunday is Star Wars Day, and it is Sunday that the Giants are going to host the White Sox. First 15,000 fans are going to receive a Grogu bobblehead presented by Evercharge. sfgiants.com/Star Wars. Get your tickets. Come on out and get in line early for the Grogu bobblehead.
First pitch swinging is Lourdes Gurriel. A base hit in the second inning. Pitch number 60 for Roop is a line drive over the leaping Chapman. And that'll be a leadoff single. Second time Gurriel's done that.
Nice play by Drew Gilbert to keep that at a single. Get up! Not quite enough.
Here's Moreno, who rolled out to second. Ended up reaching on a fielder's choice. And here he takes one a bit high. There's a strike. Del Castillo to follow. In the dirt. Two and one. Giants with a 3-1 lead. On the ground, foul. It's 2-2. Look out in the dugout.
Moreno will definitely expand 2 strike counts.
Heads up down there.
That was way off the plate away. See a guy get to a pitch out of the strike zone that far away, it does in your mind think that you can go inside and get him.
Chopper near the bag. Adames steps on the bag, throws to first, and a double play. Well, remember, Mike, I said there's nothing routine about a routine play.
Yeah.
That right there was the exception.
That was pretty routine.
You didn't have to worry about somebody barreling into you. You're right by the bag. Perfect. Here's Del Castillo. And he takes a strike. Drives this one to right. Brennan will cut it off. And he gets it in quickly. And it'll be a 2-out single for Del Castillo. And here's Waldschmidt. First pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Way outside and a snap throw. And getting back is Del Castillo. Top of the order on deck. And the 1-1. Here it is. Good pitch. It's 1-2.
They sent an outside target. This thing kind of comes by way of the front door. It just scrapes. Well, came close to the strike zone. Let's put it that way.
1-2. Not close.
One thing, though, I mean, once you establish that that pitch is a strike, Waldschmidt has to protect now, and it's an opportunity to go down below the zone with a curveball.
So now a full count.
Tried to backdoor that sinker.
Which means now the runner at first, Del Castillo, is going to take off. Got him with a breaking ball, and that'll end the inning. Third strikeout. Inning number 6 is coming up.
Washington, D.C. is...
Well, get all your highlights, analysis, live updates, Giants Talk episodes, and more, and everything a Giants fan needs. The NBC Sports Bay Area app. You can download it now. Here's Chapman. Giants with a 3-1 lead. We're in the 6th. Chapman is 1 for 2 in this game. Here's Nelson, and it's wide. Gilbert on deck. Here's the pitch. Look out. 3-0.
Yeah, he's had good at bats tonight. This is when you turn him loose. 3-0.
See what he does. And he takes a strike.
Like he was taken all the way.
So 3-0 to 3-2. Maybe an area in the strike zone that Chapman was waiting for it. And these last 2 pitches, he didn't get it. And he gets the walk anyway.
Well, more importantly, it's a leadoff walk. I think those are the best kind. Maybe the only one better is bases loaded walk.
Here's Gilbert. Gilbert has popped out twice, both to the shortstop Perdomo.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a scuffle going on right now. He needs some hits.
It's one very high to right, but it's in the park. Chapman's going to go back and bluff a tag, and that's 1 out. Sometimes life in the big leagues can be tough. Susac, a double and a walk. He's got an RBI. And a strike. He took a strike like that. Just getting back is Chapman.
You know, slumps are hard on everybody, but veterans are more equipped to deal with it because they've gone through them.
Line drive. Base hit. Chapman will take the turn and get back. So Susac another hit.
Yeah, using right field. I mean, we saw him do that a lot in spring. It won him a job. It's just something that he is really, really good at doing.
Brennan is 0 for 2. And he takes low.
But the point I want to finish is it's easier to get through it as a veteran because you've done it before. For a rookie who goes into a funk, he doesn't know if it's going to happen where he can come out of it. And it's harder on a rookie because of that.
Rolled to second. Brennan's going to have to hustle, and he will beat out the relay, putting runners at the corners and 2 outs. So here's Bader. Bader's been frustrated, so he might be the right guy up at this spot. A little conversation.
Little pat on the butt. Okay, go get him.
Go.
It could have been the "I believe in you" man speech. I believe in you, man.
You're good. Bader on the ground to third on 1 pitch. And that's going to do it. Giants strand a pair. Bottom of the 6th coming up.
The riding. Well, the 2026 All-Star Teacher Award presented by Provident Credit Union happening right now. And go to NBCSportsBayArea.com/AST and check out Matt Hoffman and check out all the other finalists for that matter. They're all great candidates. They need your vote. Please.
Here's Marte. And he takes a backdoor breaking ball that's wide. Marte is 0 for 2.
It's one of the few times he's been underneath a pitch tonight. That was the problem that he had to correct, and he had it bother him the last 3 starts.
To come in. He does.
It's a run lead. Put the pressure on the hitter. Challenge him. Make him swing it.
Devers underhands it. Got him. He's starting to figure it out over there, isn't he?
Well, and it really shows up on the backhand when he's going to his right. I mean, it was really an adjustment that he had to make going from the third base side of the field to the first base side of the field. But this is where he looks like he's gaining comfort, and this is not an easy play. A 1-hop top spinner with some steam on it goes down to a low backhander and makes a nice flip. The other thing too about him that we're finding out is he's a good thrower to pitchers. He leads them well. Nice play.
Yeah, it's a big play to get the first out of the inning. Here's Corbin Carroll, who's 1 for 2. And he chases.
One more look at the backhanded brilliance. I mean, he went right down there, shoot top high. Underhand, a perfect feed.
Pitch is wide to even the count. There's a strike.
Saw the triples total for Corbin Carroll. I mean, he's not that far away from setting a franchise record. And he's done it in record time, I might add.
One-two pitch. In tight 2-2.
This ballpark's made for triples, and if you have speed like Carroll has, I mean, it's a match made in heaven.
All right, we got a full count.
And the 3-ball count. Indeed. You're going to have a good night. I mean, these are the ones you have to win.
Slowly hit. This is going to be a tough play. Devers has got him. How about that? Back to back.
Well, he had a lot of things going on in his mind because he's watching the pitcher come across. He's watching the runner coming down the line. And then when he gets to it, he's realizing that I don't have time for anything but to dive to the bag. And he gets it done. And watch the Olympic high hurdles, the first baseman high hurdles. Yeah, Landon Roop. He's a qualifier.
Well, here's Perdomo. Perdomo is rolled out to second and first. And a strike. Line drive, and Devers makes all 3 plays here in the 6th inning. Not a big. All right, here's our game summary brought to you by Toyota. Pretty good pitching matchup between Nelson and Roop. Giants are leading 3-1 in this one. And Devers and Adames have back-to-back home runs. As here's going to be Arise to lead things off. And a called strike. 19,548. That's your number of people here at the park tonight. Arise rolls this one, and this time it's Vargas who makes the play. 1 out. Nice play.
Yeah, first baseman putting on a clinic here defensively for both clubs.
Here's Schmidt. Schmidt is 1 for 3. And he takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants 3 runs on 8 hits. The Diamondbacks a run on 5 hits. Schmidt takes up and in.
Pretty straight away in the outfield, pretty straight away in the infield. Slight pull on the right side.
Schmidt jumping on that 2-0 pitch, hits it out of play.
I think that's the ultimate compliment you can get from a defense when they play it pretty much straight up. It means you're using the whole field. Which is what you want to try and do as a hitter at this level, any level.
Schmidt out of play again.
Very good swing. And a good swing is when you get your lower body into the swing, when you maximize the power from your leg and the rotation of your core. That's where your bat speed is. It's in the hips. He's throwing the head right now.
Hit very high into right center field. It's Waldschmidt in right center making the catch. And Devers is going to hit with 2 outs.
Take a look at the home run. Center field, 441. Impressive.
This pitch out of play.
He's been on him. He's had 3 good at-bats. I mean, if it wasn't for a great play from Gurriel in left field, he'd have 3 extra base hits tonight.
Gurriel with a really terrific play. And tight.
Between innings, Landon Roop does not sit down. See him sit down, and he's done for the night.
The 1-1 to Devers. Devers, a healthy rip.
And he was on the slider too. That wasn't a bad one. That was no hang in that. And he's thinking, I just missed it.
Devers waiting, and the 1-2 pitch from Nelson. And he got him with a high fastball. All right, bottom of the 7th coming up. Well, let's check out our upcoming schedule, brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. One more game on this road trip. That would be tomorrow afternoon. And then Thursday is a day off, well needed. And then the Giants take on the White Sox over the weekend. D-backs come in next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So here's Landon Roop, bottom of the 7th. He's got Arenado to lead things off, and he's thrown 88 pitches. And a ground ball, and it's past the diving Chapman, and Arenado's got another hit. It's his second double of the game.
I didn't think they could get one by Chapman. They moved him over, protected the line, and it's an idea how hard he hits the ball and how fast his infield is. Just under the glove. They moved him over about 2 steps from where he was at the start of the game.
Vargas is 0 for 2. And he takes a strike.
Keaton Winn very quickly up and thrown in the Giants bullpen.
Line drive. That'll be a base hit. Runners will be at the corners as that throw comes in, and it's cut off. So the D-backs in business here in the 7th. So here comes Tony Vitello. So the call goes to the bullpen. Roop's night is over. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all-in connection and protection your small business can rely on. We'll be back. Three runs, 8 hits, and an error for the Giants. A run on 7 hits and no errors for the D-backs. Keaton Winn brought in a jam with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Big look at the numbers for Keaton Winn in his 21st appearance, a 2.33 ERA, 16 strikeouts against 6 walks in 19 1/3.
Gurriel is 2 for 2, a couple of singles. And he takes way outside. Arenado and Vargas, those are your base runners. Swinging a foul at home plate.
The beauty of Keaton Winn is that he can come into an existing situation and he can pitch for a ground ball, he can pitch for a strikeout. now. He's going to pitch for the ground ball. And if he gets to a 2-strike count, then he will go for the strikeout. There's the night for Landon Roop. Outstanding. And look at no walks. Great command tonight.
Swing and a miss.
So now he's in this 1-2 count and he can pitch for the strikeout.
On deck is the catcher Moreno. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Foul. Almost got Arenado.
2 observations there. 1, get the guy a glove, although a nice play barehanded. Number 2, give the ball to the fans.
Good point. 2 good points. Two and 2. Got him.
Well done. He got that split finger fastball to be just inviting enough to get to Gurriel to chase. So there's the strikeout. I think it's impressive about the split is his velocity. I mean, that's 91. That's a loud volume on a split. Now you pitch for the double play.
Here's Moreno. Taps this one foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Moreno's hit 2 ground balls. Way outside. Good velocity. Gets a ball and a strike.
That's velocity 96 with a 2-seam fastball. Normally you get a little more velocity with the 4-seam fastball, but right now he's pitching for that ground ball again.
A bit wide. 2-1. Out of play. He comes back with another 96-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 2-2.
Here's the beautiful thing about the split. You throw this thing with the idea that I'm going to throw it down below the strike zone. If a guy hits it, I mean, it's a ground ball pitch. You could also swing and miss. Do not have to throw a strike with it.
Up and in, it's 3-2.
No, I like that pitch. That tells me that he's not afraid to walk him here because he has an open base. He absolutely cleansed the palate of the eye. Now he can go down below the zone and get him to swing over the top. He didn't want to give up an easy take, though.
Well, that brings up Del Castillo. Del Castillo singled in the 5th inning. Here's Del Castillo. And it's just a bit wide, and now Susac is going to sure look like he challenged it.
Yeah, I thought he did.
On the ground. There's one. And double play. And how about Keaton Wynn getting over to cover to end the double play?
I don't even know where to begin how to describe it, how good this play was. Everybody involved. But here's the best part. Wynn in position to go to stretch on and get the double play, and he closes it out.
Unbelievable. Well, true baseball fans need Wi-Fi that's so reliable it never gets caught looking. Xfinity Internet keeps you in the game at one price for 5 years and allows you to get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all in connection and protection your small business can rely on.
Kevin Ginkel, the new pitcher now for the D-backs, 20th appearance on the year. 21 strikeouts in 18 innings. Pretty much a two-pitch guy. 4-seam fastball, slider.
Facing Adames, who takes wide. Adames a home run on the second. Since then a strikeout and a ground ball. And a foul. I can't tell you how impressed I am at that double play that ended the 7th inning.
Every part of it. I mean, a ride getting over to it, then putting a perfect feed over to Adames, who unleashed the beast and threw a P-Rod over to Keaton Wynn, who looked like he's playing first base every day at the big league level.
Well, once I saw Devers give up his position to go after it, I thought, well, that's a run. They'll at least get an out.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I mean, to do that with the bases loaded, I mean, that's the ultimate.
Got him. Adames is going to challenge.
I think he's got a good
Batter
chance
challenging
here.
the strike call.
Well, Moreno threw the ball around the infield.
2 challenges remaining.
So full count. Down the left field line, it's going to be foul. They'll get in on Adames just a little bit.
Didn't have a great sound on the contact.
No, it didn't.
It sounded kind of squishy. Arizona can't challenge. Let's take a look at that double play and just go over as to how good it was. There you see the turnaround strike from a rise, and then the great throw from Willie Adames, and there's the stretch that gets it done. I mean, Wynn's a big fella, 6'4", 235. And look at the reaction from Landon Roop and the whole bench.
Well, I mean, look, Landon Roop's rooting for a lot of reasons. One, right, he's trying to get the win. Two, there's a bunch of earned runs out there. for him, and they get out of it. Chapman. And then Thomas just back.
Careful. One of the big stats for a relief pitcher is when he comes into an existing inning and he inherits runners, how many of those runners does he allow to score? And I mean, for a guy to come in with the bases loaded, or actually he came in with 2 in on it, beg your pardon, but I mean that adds to the stat. But he gets a strikeout and a double play. I mean, it's doesn't get any better.
Oh, 2 to Chapman in the dirt, and now Adames is going to make it.
Wild pitch all the way, but you have to anticipate this at first base. You take your lead, your primary lead, then you take your secondary lead, and once you see the fly of the ball going down the dirt, that's what you react to. And that's a nice reaction time right there. Got what he was looking for.
And Chapman goes around. All right, now a message from Clark Pest Control.
Pest Control, the perfect match. Give me something I know will last. Clark Pest Control, the perfect match.
Gilberto for 3. Balls in 1 strike.
Good slider, perfect location, straight down bite. The angle of Ginkel's slider has always been what has made his breaking ball special. A lot of vertical drop. And then he gets some chase. Kind of breaking ball that's good against both righties and lefties.
Ginkel chasing Adames back. Adames, really, there's no chance he's going to go. Gilbert out swinging.
Tell you one thing Gilbert's going to have to learn to do in that situation, runner at second base, you've got to get down that line and the strikeout. You've got to make that catcher throw to first base. I mean, I know you're disappointed you struck out, but you still have to make that catcher make a throw.
Susak is 2 for 2, 2 hits and a walk.
Best arms in left field with the D-backs. Everybody else is pretty average, but Adames is going to get a 2-out jump if the ball gets to the outfield.
There's a strike. Susak's double in the 2nd inning knocked in the Giants' 3rd run. Shoots this one high and foul and out of play. 1-2. Down low. Adames thought about it. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 8th inning.
Reno did a good job of keeping that ball in front of him. That froze the runner.
Got him. Susek knew it. Ginkel gives up the leadoff walk, strikes out the next 3. Bottom of the 8th coming up.
Well, the Giants taking on the White Sox this Saturday. The first 15,000 fans at the Saturday ball game will receive a snapback Gigantes hat with a removable chain. Then you can enjoy the music and culture of Fiesta Gigantes throughout the ballpark. Thanks to Topo Chico, Hard Seltzer, and Bank of America. sfgiants.com/fiesta to get tickets. They're coming. They'll be there.
Here's Eric Miller on the mound for the Giants. And he throws to Ryan Waldschmidt. And Waldschmidt takes a strike. Out of play, 0-2. For Miller, this is his second appearance since he came off the IL. And they need him in this Giants bullpen. Very high. Comes at you with some high velocity.
Take a look at the numbers for Eric Miller. Impressive 18 strikeouts in 12 innings.
So 0-2 to 3-2.
And this becomes a big pitch.
Top of the order coming up.
Well, he's not going to be happy with that, but you have to forget it. You got a 2-run lead, and your concentration's got to be on that hitter. Here comes the top of the lineup.
Marte's a switch hitter. There's a strike. Marte is 0 for 3. Devers made a terrific play on Marte in the 6th inning.
So a quick 0-1, and he's throwing a couple of teasers up there that Marte has been able to lay off of. But now, once again, he's got to get in the strike zone.
It does.
And this becomes a big pitch.
High, deep into center field. Bader at the wall. And he makes the catch. Marte is, can't believe it. He's standing on first.
Well, I knew he hit it pretty good, but I was watching Marte get out of the box, and he was measuring. You know, the guys who hit as many home runs as he's hit, I mean, they pretty much know when they barrel it up.
Well, you know what he's thinking. Close the roof.
That's exactly what he's thinking.
Here's Carroll with a swing. Ain't gonna miss.
Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling were mainstays of this Diamondback staff and big parts of their World Championship. When they pitched, they wanted that. They wanted the windows behind home center field open. They wanted the dome pulled back. And there's Randy Johnson, their Hall of Famer.
0-2.
I mean, you know, pitchers know how the ball carries. If it carries better with the roof closed and the windows behind closed, well, you want it the exact opposite way.
Low and away on the 0-2 pitch. Down Susak's throw is going to be late. So it's 1-2.
Again, nice base running, secondary lead, ball in the dirt, and a quick reaction. And the one thing about Waldschmidt, I mean, he can fly. That's a big play. It takes the double play away by due of the force.
So another 3-2 count.
And another big pitch.
And he walked him.
And this is the issue. I mean, since he's coming back off the IL, I mean, he hasn't been as sharp with his command.
Here's Perdomo. And Perdomo with a bunt. And a called strike. And Perdomo's going to challenge this.
Man.
Not by much.
The pitch is the ball. Arizona has 2 challenges remaining.
The ABS, I mean, it can mess with your concentration. Right now, Miller's going to have to find his.
I think Miller just challenged this.
And 3 guys going to their hat.
Pitcher with the ball. San Francisco has 1 challenge remaining.
There's a strike. Three and 1. Here's Arenado and here's Tony Vitello. Time for for a change, switch to Comcast Business for all-in connection and protection your small business can rely on. Well, for the second inning in a row, the Diamondbacks have loaded up the bases. Now it's 1 out, and they're going to ask Caleb Killian to get out of this mess. And he's facing Arenado.
20th appearance of the year. Got a couple saves, a 1.80 ERA, all good numbers with 21 strikeouts in 20 innings. But he's got his hands full with the bases loaded, and a hot Arenado up in the batter's box.
And it's wide, 1-0.
It's in last night's ball game that on Game 6 of the first inning, Arenado hit a grand slam. You cannot defend against a walk. And Killian has pitched himself into a 2-0 hole here with Arenado sitting in the bushes with count leverage.
Here you know.
Not close.
This has to be a strike. And it is. And Arenado probably doesn't even want a challenge. He wants to hit.
I think you're right.
Hit on the ground. 1, 2. And they've done it again on defense. They turn the double play. We will head to the 9th. Well, hard to imagine that the Giants have gotten out of 2 bases loaded situations back to back with terrific double plays, but they did.
Well, plus, I mean, they walk the bases loaded and they have a 3-0 count on Arenado and they get out of it. Right now, it's a new pitcher for the D-backs, Jonathan Loaizaga, 21st appearance on the year. Saw him in last night's ball game.
Will Brennan's 0 for 3. Fouls this one back. Got a nice swing with Bader and then a rise. We're in the 9th. Popped up. Arenado will give chase, but it's going to be off that screen, and it's a quick 0-2.
Loaizaga is in his 8th year at the big league level. He spent most of his big league career with the Yankees.
High 1-2. Another pop-up, almost in the same spot, and it stays at 1-2. Brennan just poked at that to stay alive. I don't know if it was a strike or not, but he thought it was close enough to at least try to stay alive, and he does.
Yeah, too close to take.
Lines this one to center field. And it's right at Waldschmidt. Here's the play to end the bottom of the 8th.
Just a nasty one-hop top spin backhander to Willie Adames, who throws a changeup over to Arise, and they managed to get the back end of it with Arenado running, average speed at best. And look at the reaction. Defense has really stood tall tonight.
Here's Bader. Bader is hitless in 4 at bats. It's this one to left. Gurriel. 2 outs. See the
4 double plays tonight for the Giants increases their league, or their Major League Baseball league, to 55 double plays turned.
And they needed every one tonight. Arise is 1 for 4. Like he was taking all the way. Taps this one. And Loaiza will make the play. And that'll do it for the Giants in the 9th. So here we go to the bottom of the 9th.
Network.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 3 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Giants. For the D-backs, a run on 7 hits and no errors. It'll be Caleb Killian who got the double play to end the 8th. He will go out in the 9th and try to get the last 3 outs. You'll have Vargas, Gurriel, and then Moreno. So your 5, 6, and 7th place hitters in this D-backs lineup. And Vargas bluffs a bunt and he takes a strike. $19,548 here tonight. And the 0-1. Here it is to Vargas. And it's 0-2.
Vargas was not thinking fastball on that 0-1 count after he saw that first pitch curveball. Thought he was going to see another one.
Slaps at this one and knocks it out of play.
I like that call by Susak. I mean, you keep climbing the ladder if you think the guy's in swing mode. If you're going to throw a breaking ball here, bounce it between home plate and the catcher. Especially if he's in the swing mode.
Well, it appears he might be.
Height. It's too much height. You do not want to go near that strike zone when a guy who's had as much confidence with his statistics as Vargas has had this year. He's feeling good up there in that box. Don't have to throw him a strike.
And he shoots this one into right field, a base hit.
He's a great at bat.
That is the 5th time in this game the D-backs have gotten their leadoff hitter on. That's a magic one-do hit right here.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a guy who's got good bat-to-ball skills. I mean, he had a chance to bounce one there, put the pressure on your catcher, and just get too much height on it.
Gurriel hits a high drive deep out into right center field, but Bader is going to track it down. And with 1 out, here's Moreno. to Moreno. Down low.
Good
Group,
one.
Wynn, Miller, and now Killian. Good pitch, 1 and 2.
A good slider, good location with it. So far, I mean, Moreno's guessed wrong. Now he'll defend.
Defend he does. Into the upper deck down the right field line.
Well, the fastball for Killian is pretty straight. I mean, his best bet to get a ground ball is that slider, but he's got to get that thing down below the strike zone.
Two and 2. And a little jam shot fouls. And we'll do it again.
And then they're nice. And that fastball in the hand sets up the slider on the outside part of the plate. And you can't get Moreno to chase a 2-strike count with a slider away and down.
Got him.
Beautiful curveball, and that's a perfect location. And he saved the curveball. That's the first one he showed him in the sequence.
That's a good one.
Beautiful pitch.
Here's Del Castillo, who's 1 for 3. And he takes a pitch a little low.
Play Devers back. He's not holding the runner on now. That's what Susak was alerting Killian to.
High and foul and into the first row of the upper deck. Runner goes. Two and 1. Swing and a miss. 2 and 2.
Good movement with that 2-seamer. Running away hard from Del Castillo.
That's almost like a hard screwball. Line drive, that'll be a base hit. Bader's throw needs to be cut off, and it is. And it's 3-2.
Well, a nice at bat from Del Castillo. He gets into a 2-strike scenario. And he gets a really good pitch to do something with. I mean, it's just right at him. And he goes right back up the middle. Some nice bat control money hit. Just a message, the pitching coach for the Giants is going to come out and talk things over. That gauge is ready.
Miller's going to break break up this on the mound. All right, cut the music. You can do it. Thank you. Here's Waldschmidt. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh for 2 with a walk. Devers kept that ball from going down the right field line.
Yeah, you don't want to give away 90 feet to put a runner in scoring position by way of a walk or a...
Runner goes, and it's fouled out of play. They got the catcher's interference.
Well, or by catcher's interference, and now they have a runner in scoring position. That's good. Look at what he hit. He was definitely in an area where he could have been defended.
San Francisco
Where he could have been
is challenging the call of catcher's interference on the field.
I don't know if you can tell if you hit it or not. You're going by sound if you're Bill Miller.
I mean, we looked at it and it wasn't obvious, but
well, not from the angle we saw.
yeah, I mean, we're looking at the replay here. I don't know how you can tell one way or the other, to be honest with you.
I think he hit it. I think it showed it. Watch the glove move. You can see it from the center field camera.
The hitter right away acted like he'd hit it. So I just don't see there's enough there to overturn it.
Call on the field stands. It is catcher's interference. Batters awarded first base. San Francisco will lose their challenge.
Well, I mean, now you got a veteran hitter at the plate instead of a rookie.
Yeah, they're going to want to turn Marte around to the right side. He's been struggling from the right side. They have the left-hander Gage down there.
So we have a left-hander coming in. We'll be back. Well, we got 2 outs here in the 9th. Matt Gage is going after Ketel Marte. Tyne runs at second.
'24th appearance.
And a strike. And a challenge right off the bat.
Arizona is challenging the strike call. This is the ball. Arizona has 2 challenges remaining.
So 1 ball and no strikes. for Patel Marte. That's his first home run this year, hitting right-handed. Not meant to be here tonight. After getting out of jams in the 7th and the 8th, they cannot get out of this one here in the 9th. I don't really have anything else to say, Mike, and I don't think you do either. So I'm going to say this. Final score, D-backs 5, Giants 3. Thanks for joining us. Stay